think it's been a couple weeks. I know we were off last week, and then the week before we did meet before Thanksgiving, but we haven't done a workout post Thanksgiving. So hopefully we'll work some of that food off today. Our focus is going to be on a lot of shoulders and traps today, very light movements. So I'm going to be using the yellow band for most of the class. Then we'll break up for a little extended arms with Monica, or you can do lower body with me, whatever you choose. So think about that while we get started here. Let's just do a basic warm up. We'll start at the top with our head. We'll just do some head revolutions, going whichever way you choose. And reverse it, other way. Now let's just do some shoulder rolls. We're going to be using these shoulders a lot today, so it's important we warm them up appropriately. Just nice and slow. Try to go deep, deep rolls. And reverse it. All right, next let's get our arm across our chest. Make sure we drop that shoulder down. Don't want it up here. Drop it down, relax it, and just hold it across your chest for about 10 seconds. And let's switch. Next, let's warm those arms up. So we'll start with the triceps. Lift that arm above your head. Bend at the elbow, drop it down behind your head, and pull down lightly with the other hand. I'm just pressing down right in the elbow, trying to slide that hand down my spine that's in back. And other arm, straight up, bend it at the elbow, drop it behind the head, and let's pull down slightly. Don't want to push that elbow down, just gradual pressure. All right, next let's get those biceps stretched out. So hand forward, turn it upside down, and we're just gonna lightly pull back on the fingers. Side view. For those of you that are doing arms with Monica later, this is important. And let's do the other arm. Flip it and pull back on the fingers. Next, let's just warm that core up. We are going to do some abs today. So all I want you to do is we're just going to rotate our torso to the left and then slightly rotate to the right. So you're looking to your right and then you're looking to your left. We're just going back and forth, nice and slow. Try to go a little bit further each time. And last one. All right, and our lower backs, final stretch. All I want you to do is sit straight up. You're going to try to bring your chest down to your knees and sit back up. and try to sit back into a reclined position, slight reclined position. So down to the knees or as far as you can go. If you can't go much further than this, that's okay. Whatever your range of motion is for your core, that is just fine. Do a couple more. All right. All right. We're loose. We're ready to begin. So for those of you that were on earlier, I'm going to be using my light band, yellow, with the handles. First few exercises are just going to be using our feet as an anchor or anything else you want to put on the middle of the band. Anyone that might be new, I'm just standing on the band just like this, about a foot, shoulder width apart. I would say my feet are maybe a little bit more, a little bit less narrow, with about 6 inches in between. So our first exercise, we're going to do some supersets. But the first one is going to be from this position. We're just going to be doing a light lateral raise. We're not going to go all the way down. We're going to go about 45 degrees down to the ground, like you see me here, and then up to the shoulders. So very gradual move. This shouldn't be too bad with a light band, but if it is, if you have any kind of band, or I should say pain issue using this, just don't use anything at all. I just want you to use your arms. So we're going to do 15 of these together. And let's begin. That's 5. 10. And 15. And we're going to go right into our next exercise. These are going to be supersets, so one after the other. You're going to feel some burn on the shoulders and in your traps. So what I want you to do here is raise your arms and hold them in a T shape. We're going to hold them. This is our starting point, and we're going to do arm circles, small arm circles going forward. You're going to feel some burn here. We're going to do this for 20 seconds. And begin. Keeping the circles pretty small, about 6 inches maybe. About 10 more seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. That feels good, huh? You're probably feeling that right here, and also in your traps. It's a nice variation that I like. It's not going to increase your mass, but it's going to improve that tone of your shoulders. So let's do a quick break because we're going to need it with all these supersets. Give you another 5-10 seconds. All right, and here we go. We're going to start off with 15 of these. And let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. Last one. And right into our superset. This time we're going backwards with the arm circles. So T shape and begin. We're going backwards. 20 seconds. Five seconds. And rest. All right. Good job, everyone. Next exercise, we're going to be going forwards with the front raises. Instead of out to the side, we're going forward. So just like before, we're going to do 15 of them. And we're going to go right into another exercise. So here we go, and let's begin. You're not going all the way down either for this one. So this is the side view. Very gradual movement. I'm going up maybe about a foot. Halfway there. Two more. All right, and right into our superset, which is going to be, we're going to raise up both, and we're going to do like a flutter kick. It's going to be a very small movement with our arms. My elbows are extended, and it kind of looks like a foot flutter kick. And here we go, 20 seconds. Halfway there. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. I don't know which one burns more, that one or the last one we did. But either way, it means it's working. We're gonna do that one more time. So let's break for about 10 seconds, grab some water. After this, we're going to move on to our anchor. All right, here we go. Same thing. Front raises and begin. 15. 1, 2. 5. 10. 2 more. All right, and right into our flutters. Raise up those arms, and here we go. Halfway there. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right. That's it for shoulders. But that's plenty, trust me. You're going to feel those. Once again, those are just, they're going to tone up these muscles. Not going to gain bulk out of it. So let's move to our anchor now. If you have to move yourself, please do so. We're going to face the anchor. So I'm going to grab a chair and adjust the camera. All right. For the first one, we want to be really close to our anchor. So that's my anchor. I'm going to stick with the light band here. Because even the light resistance is going to be plenty for what we want to accomplish. My anchor won't work as good as probably yours if you're under the door. Because ideally, I'd like to have this as close to the ground as possible. But what you can do, what I'm going to end up doing is just standing on my band here to keep it down. Because this first movement, I'm going to grab my band about halfway up the shin with both arms. And I'm going to pull straight up. I'm doing this motion straight up, just bringing my hand straight up. You're going to feel the traps in action. See, if I do it from here, it's okay, but it slides up. My anchor is sliding up the pole. But this is what I want you to do. So please set that up. I'll give you guys about 15 seconds or so. And then we're going to do 2 of these upright rows. And if you're in my position with a high anchor, just use your feet. I'm going to grab it below the handles and ready to go, just like that. All right, well, let's give it a whirl here. We're going to do 15 of these, going up to the shoulders and down. You're going to relax your arms all the way down and bring it up. And here we go. 1. That's 10, 5 more. Last one, and that's 15. And we're gonna do one more set. Then we're gonna back ourselves away from the anchor. So be prepared to move yourself back a couple feet, 2 to 3 feet. All right, set number 2, and let's begin with our upright rows. 1, 2. Halfway there. It's 10. Last one. All right. So that's, again, we're working our the fronts of our shoulders and the traps and back, which you probably felt. So now I'm going to back myself up. I'm also going to reposition this camera slightly. For this one, I would say I'm close to about 4 feet away from the anchor. Basically, I want a little bit of tension here because we're going to pull towards our face. These are called face pulls. So my hands are splitting. My face goes right in between, and my hands end up being on each side of my ear. So from this position to this position. You don't want to go down here because you're going to start working the back more, and our target is the shoulders and traps for today. So you definitely want to go up if you can. All right, and here we go. We're going to do 15 of these together, 2 sets, and begin. Three more. All right. And now we're going to go right into another movement where we're going to do a reverse fly. So we're going to open up our arms. It's going to look head on. It's just going to look like this. My elbows are just about locked out for this movement. I want to keep my arms really straight and just bring it back as far as I can. So a little bit past my back, but again, it's up to your range of motion, your flexibility. So let's do 15 of these together and begin. You're also pulling up to about shoulder height, just like the last movement. It's 5. 10, 5 more. Last one. All right. Quick break, and we're going to do that 2 exercise set, one more time. All right, here we go. We're going to do face pulls and begin. Five more. And right into our reverse flies and begin. That's 10, 5 more. And rest. All right. Good job, everyone. I am going to switch my bands out now. I'm going to use, let's go with, I'm going to use the green band. So for me, the green band, I think, is right in the middle. It's hard to tell if the red one or the, yeah. I'm going to use the green band. So it's the one right in the middle. And we're going to sit with our backs to the anchor. And I might actually add a little bit, but for the first set, I'm going to see how it goes. Basically, what we're doing is going to be a modified plank, but instead of doing it on the ground, we're going to use the resistance of the band to work our core. So what I want you to do is extend your arms. I have my thumb just like that underneath the handle. We're going to go forward as far as you can. You're going to lean forward and just hold it there. We're going to hold these for 30 seconds. If you want to challenge yourself more, attach another band. I might go a little bit heavier after this one, but it's not bad. The green one, I could definitely feel it in the core. So I just want you to lean forward, extend that band, and we're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. So whenever you're ready, let's begin. If your abs aren't working, try to go forward a little bit further. If you don't feel that, that tension, the contraction. But the green band is actually okay for me now that I've been holding it for about 15 seconds. Just kind of doing a Superman position here. But the entire time my core is engaged. Five more seconds. And relax. I'm sure you're probably feeling it in your shoulders too, just from holding that position. So we're still sticking with our shoulder workout while working the core. I'm going to keep the band as it was. I don't think I'm going to modify it at all. We're going to do that one more time. Planks are really good. I think one of the best core exercises you can do. It's good for your back. And even in this modified position, you're still getting most of the benefit. All right, one more time. 30 seconds, arms forward, lean forward, and hold it right there. 5 seconds. And rest. All right. Good job, everyone. We're going to continue with some more core work. So I think we've done this one once before, where I'm just going to raise the band above my head, just like this, arms straight up. And we're just going to do light crunches. Back and go forward as far as you can with your arms straight up. It's just a weighted crunch, but it really stresses that core with your arms up like this. So let's do about 10 of these together, 10 more. Feel free to switch bands if you need to. If you can't get your arms up in the air, you could also just put them like this on your shoulders and do a weighted crunch. The reason I showed you the arms up is because it forces your core to work harder. The further away the weight is from your body, the harder your body has to work. But this is just as effective. It's a good movement. It's a crunch. It's a weighted crunch. Couple more, 2 more. All right, we're gonna do that one more time, and then we'll break into groups. We're at 132, perfect. So start thinking what you wanna do, if you wanna go to arms with Monica or do legs with me. For a leg workout, we're gonna be on the ground, if that sways you one way or the other. All right, arms up, last one, and begin crunches. It's 5. Two more. Last one. All right, and relax, grab some water. If you're doing legs with me, I'm gonna have a middle weight band on the anchor if you wanna get that ready.
All right, well, raise your hand if you wanna come with me for arms. We got Johnny, Amanda. Anyone else? All right, let me fuss with this and then I'll open the rooms.
All right, so we got Herb, Donna, Justine, Scott, Afton. Am I saying that your name right? Is that how you pronounce it, Afton? Vicente. Oh, we lost a few. Okay, so we got Herb, Scott, Vicente, and Justine. All right, the first one, everyone, we're gonna just do in a seated position. We're gonna warm up these hip flexors. So all you need is, I'm using my red band. It's probably my second lowest band that I have in my set. But I think we've done this one before, where we're just gonna go over the top of our legs, switch it underneath, and then buckle it to itself at the top. So you have this loop. And I want you to put this just above your knee, across the bottom of your quad muscle. So we have our double loop just above the knee.
Greg?
Yes.
There was a breakout room made called Legs, and there are people in it. I I'm gonna see if I can get back to it, maybe tell them to come out of it.
Oh,
But there are like 4 people stuck in there.
that's interesting. I don't know how that happened.
I mean, I was invited to legs, so I was like, okay, cool, legs. I don't know if you have the power to like broadcast.
I think mine has that power.
Okay, 'cause I don't see how to go back in. Oh, wait. All right, I'm gonna go back to legs and tell them to leave.
Yeah, see if they can come back to this room
Okay.
that we were initially in. Okay. Thank you. All right, everyone still with me that was here? Great. So we're just gonna do our little hip flexor warm ups. We're just gonna go out, flare out our knees a little bit. I'm only going about 6 inches out with each knee. You're gonna feel those flexors just because some of the movements on the ground, they're gonna require a little bit more weight. Let's do about 5 more, and then we'll see if the rest of the group has rejoined us at that point.
I'm here now.
Everybody's here?
Yes.
All right, let's see who anyone knew. Okay. So those of you that went to the other room, I apologize. I'm not sure what that room was about, but you're here now. So what we did for our first lower body exercise, we created this double loop. So what I did is I went across the top of my legs, switched underneath my legs, and then buckled the carabiners together to form this loop. And we were just getting our hip flexors prepped for some of the work we're going to do on the ground. So we just did one set of about 15 of these. And we're going to do one more. I'll give you guys a few seconds for those that are joining us just now. All right, and let's do set number 2. Also, we will be needing the foot cuffs. So keep that in mind after this exercise. Please grab your foot cuffs. And here we go. Let's do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So since we already have this double loop, let's wait for the foot cuffs just for 1 second. We're going to do one more exercise. With these loops, I want you to slide them down by your ankles now and keep them by your ankles. I think we did this one 2 weeks ago, but from here, I just want you to do 3 shuffles to your right and then 3 shuffles to your left. If you can't stand or do the shuffling, you can do it in your seated position. You're just going to just look like 1 to the right, 2 to the right, 3 to the right, then 1 to the left, 2 to the left, 3 to the left. So let's do this. We'll do a total of 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And last 3. 1, 2, and 3. I really like this exercise. It works your quads, it works the hips, and it keeps your core engaged too because of the balance. So we're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to put on the foot cuffs and go to the ground for the next 2 exercises. So here we go. Let's do 15 more of the shuffles and begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13, 14, And 15. All right. Those make you breathe a little heavy, but they're really good. Good, easy day-to-day lower body exercises. So I'm going to use the same band, the red one that we used for the other two exercises. I'm going to put it in my anchor. And this first movement, it's going to work our core quite a bit. It's going to work our quads, the hips. So what I'd like you to do is put your band through your anchor, your low anchor. You're going to attach the foot cuffs. So hopefully you have both foot cuffs. If you're missing one, you'll have to go one at a time with the legs. Let's strap in. We're going to strap in, and what I'm going to do is create a little bit of tension. Let me fix the camera. And these are going to be reverse crunches. So from this position, I'm just bringing my knees up to the chest. Just like that. And if balance is an issue, you can do one leg at a time. But you're going to get more tension since you're connected to the same band if you do both legs. So I'm just going to the ground and back up to the chest. You can do this in a chair too, absolutely. I think I see Herb doing this in a chair. Do about 5 more together. Two more. And last one. All right, quick break. We're gonna do that one more time. You should be feeling this in your quad quite a bit because it's really doing the pulling. And you're probably going to feel this in the core and the quad the most, I would say. All right, how are we on time? Okay. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to try to squeeze one other one in I want to show you. It's a kind of a modified mountain climber. All right, well, here we go. Set number 2, we're gonna do 15 and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ten, 5 more. And 5. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to unstrap. It's going to crisscross, but just for this program, I don't think it's as important. It's not going to matter, but I'm going to flip myself up onto my knees. So the bands, yeah, they did crisscross, but they shouldn't affect much. And from this position, so you can be in a plank position if you really want to work your abs, or you can be in a push-up position that you have more clearance. But what I'm going to do is just kick my knee forward and back, then switch. Other knee forward. So it's almost like a slow mountain climber. It's really working our abs a lot. This is a great workout if you want a 6-pack. If you want to work harder, go to a plank position and do the same thing. The clearance won't be as big, obviously. So you may want to do it in the push-up position just because it's hard to get your leg up to your chest from the plank position. So let's try to do this one time, and then we'll call it a day. I'm going to do 15. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 more. 2, 3, 4. Last one. And 5. All right. Good job, everyone. Got a little bit of a sweat going. That's good. Gonna feel those abs tomorrow.